Welcome to part 2 of my ultimate Rosalina and Luma guide. In this video we'll build on concepts from part 1 and get a better idea on Rosalina's playstyle and strategies. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, I highly recommend watching it first as it goes over some advanced tech that has been incorporated into this video. Also, if you ever need to revisit a particular section of this video, check the description below for the timestamps. And without further ado, let's dive right in. Stage positioning is important for any character in Smash Ultimate, however it's absolutely crucial for Rosalina. If you're hit even a single time while near the ledge, it could result in the death of your Luma, which has a lengthy 11-second long respawn timer. Because of this, you should almost always prioritize having control over center stage. When offensively trying to advance to center stage, I found a lot of success with short hopping toward my opponent while facing the opposite direction. The reason for this is that while Rosalina's forward air is great when rising, it can't be used effectively when falling. This means Rosa is vulnerable to enemies in front of her while landing and will often have to resort to air dodging. So by facing away from your opponent, you can have access to your back air at any time for poking. Additionally, you have B-reverse Luma shot as a mix-up, and backside neutral air to cover full hops. We'll refer to this backward hopping state as Bair walling. While Bair walling, your primary goal should be to convert a lunar landed back air into a grab, only using a regular back air when your space is being threatened. Through the proper combination of your aerial drift and fast fall timing, you want to land as close to the maximum range of the attack as possible, and then commit to a dash grab. And this will convert into a grab regardless of if you hit the opponent or their shield. Once grabbed, if the opponent is at low percent, you can link an up throw directly into an up smash to deal a quick 30 damage. You can also start Rosa's Nair plane combo, which I'll go over in further detail in Chapter 3. While Bair walling can be a strong offensive tool, I found that one of Rosalina's best counterattack options is to dash back and throw out a B-reverse Luma shot. And for those of you who may not know, to B-reverse Luma shot, simply press or hold your special button and immediately flick the control stick backward. The timing should look something like this. This maneuver can quickly peel opponents off you and works best at close range when used as a landing trap. If Luma hits the opponent at lower percents, you can guarantee a follow-up with star bits for extra damage. Sometimes you can even instantly link into an up tilt. If Luma lands on or near a shielded opponent, you can usually catch them out of shield with a sweet spot up tilt, which comes out in only 3 frames. If Luma lands out of up tilt range, you can still reliably link a down tilt into star bits to deal a quick 17% and gain stage control. If the opponent is at higher percents, you'll want to charge Luma shot for extra long so it can land a kill. This is harder to pull off due to the long charge time of the move. However, if your opponent is above you and drifting away like they should be, you can start charging the move to catch their landing. If Luma lands nearby or they're able to shield in time, you can still follow up with up smash in most situations. However, sometimes you can take an early stock with a surprise forward smash. Most of the time you'll want to recall Luma as soon as you finished your sequence. However, when playing against certain characters, particularly those who don't have a quick projectile, you can leave Luma detethered in neutral. While detethered, I like to continuously harass my opponents with star bits and push them back with down tilt if they try to approach directly. After doing this, 99% of players will try to jump over Luma. To counter this, quickly short hop so Luma jumps with them. From here you can use more star bits to attack horizontally, or an up air to attack vertically. If you fast fall, you could even land an up smash in time. While all of Rosalina's other aerials have potential to kill, neutral air is her only dedicated combo aerial, making it a staple to her punish game. At low to mid percents, you should prioritize landing this aerial over any others, as it allows you to string together much more potential damage, and can often lead into a finishing aerial anyway. It can even be used on grounded opponents to start combos, however you need to be close for it to connect, and essentially colliding with shorter characters. Note that these characters can't even be hit at all. When using short hop neutral air, you should always try to fast fall as soon as possible as the attack will still auto cancel. And if you miss the fast fall input, remember you can still lunar land. Due to how quickly neutral airs can be used when fast falling, you can continuously chain them together, making a Nair plane combo. This can be performed at any height from the top hitbox of short hop neutral air all the way down to the ground, and is often started off of an up throw. But be mindful that the opponent can jump or air dodge right before each hit. If you read that your opponent will jump, a full hop neutral air will still connect, and if you read an air dodge, you can punish in any way that you see fit. If you want to end the combo early, you can up smash if they're near the ground, or up air if they're up high. Note that if you hit your opponent with Luma's neutral air on either side, you can tack on an extra 3 damage. Between this and the particular hitbox you land, you can deal between 7 to 15% per hit, so prioritize hitting opponents directly beside Rosa when possible. If you want to intercept an airborne opponent with neutral air, try using the top half of the backside swing, as very few characters have a way to deal with its diagonal hitbox. If you ever want to use a short hop neutral air, but also want to cover the ground in front of you, you can dash attack cancel neutral air to quickly send Luma forward to cover more options. Another use for this tech is to cancel it into an air dodge. This causes Luma to knock opponents up while Rosalina wave dashes, and can guarantee you a forward smash. The timing should look something like this. While neutral air is Rosalina's primary juggling tool, remember that you can extend combos on nearby opponents with either an up tilt or an up smash, and can scoop up drifting opponents with dash attack. When playing Rosalina, it's best to try to avoid being in shield whenever possible, as it leaves Luma vulnerable. However, it's an unavoidable situation, so you should know your options for when it does happen. If the opponent doesn't space their attack well and lands right next to you, you can shield grab to start a combo, or toss them off stage. If the opponent is at high percent, up smash can land an unexpected kill, as it comes out very quickly for how strong it is. When versing tall characters specifically, you can neutral air out of shield facing either direction to start a combo. If your opponent isn't quite close enough for any of those options, you could drop shield and go for a forward or down tilt, but that's highly situational, and a defensive option such as retreating neutral air or simply rolling away could be preferred because you'd have some space to work with. Between her aerials, floatiness, and recovery, Rosalina is a beast offstage and can stay out longer and farther than most characters. One of her strongest edgeguarding tools is her forward air, which if used right after double jumping, can hit opponents in front of or diagonally above her. If an opponent gets launched far off stage, I'll often fast fall even lower just to get the positional advantage that forward air offers. If you don't have time to get in position for a forward air, you can opt to down air instead. If Luma is tethered and you want the spike hitbox, make sure to hit closer to Rosalina's backside, as Luma's down air will take priority and hit opponents forward. When playing against a character that doesn't have a rising hitbox on the recovery, you can shoot Luma off stage and charge a down smash to potentially cover either side of Luma. If you know for sure which direction the opponent is recovering and want more knockback, you can use forward smash instead. Lastly, if you aren't confident in your timing against faster recoveries, rapid jab can still intercept many recoveries at a reduced knockback. When recovering as Rosalina, you want to up B straight to the ledge whenever an opening presents itself, as her recovery doesn't have a hitbox, making her vulnerable. If possible, always save your double jump in case the opponent comes off stage. This way you can still jump and swat them away if needed with either a forward air or an up air. Also, if the opponent is waiting at the ledge to intercept your recovery, you can usually double jump and up air through the ledge to knock them away and safely recover. Note, it's important that every time you're knocked off stage to pay attention to where Luma is. If you recall Luma, you can often hit the opponent with a surprise back air. Also remember that Rosa's recovery travels very far for how quickly she moves, allowing her to drop extra low when needed. When on the ledge, you can use any of the standard options of roll, get up, or get up attack as you see fit, but I feel like my go-to option is often ledge jump neutral air. This throws out a quick hitbox near the ledge while you can drift towards center stage. If you ever feel like your opponent is starting to punish this option, then feel free to mix it up and stay unpredictable. If the opponent grabs ledge, I would recommend turning around near ledge and holding shield. From this position, you're safe from any ledge attack other than command grabs, and can punish any of the 4 ledge options with a short hop neutral air. If you found any of these techniques particularly helpful, let me know down below in the comment section. Also, if you'd like to see more content like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button and click on the bell icon so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.